we're going to show you how to set up our country jamboree frame game, and we're also going to go over some safety tips. Let's go do it. All of our frame games are going to come in a case just like this one. It may be blue, it may be black. Inside the case will be the contents of the game. They're all going to have your backdrop, and they're all going to have multiple pieces of pipe that go together to assemble the game. The first pipes we're going to talk about is the ones that have a little rubber foot attached to it. That's actually going to be your foot plate. You're going to have 4 of those in every frame game. I'm going to lay out the rest of the parts, and then we'll get a parts count and we'll show you how to assemble the game. Okay, I've taken all the contents of the game and I've spread them out here. You're going to have 4 parts that have this little rubber tip. As I said before, that's going to be your leg. You're going to have 4 regular pipes, and then you're going to have 4 what we call as a swedge pipe. Swedge pipe has a little fitting here. The concept is that it allows 2 pipes to be put together. You're going to have 2 T-shaped corner brackets, 2 L-shaped corner brackets, 6 darts, a screwdriver, 2 crossbows, and then your frame. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to assemble the crossbows, and then we're going to go ahead and assemble the game. Okay, on the bottom of the crossbow itself, there's a screw here. You're going to want to loosen that screw so that in this slot is where you're going to attach the crossbow. What you want to do is take this and insert it like that over the tip, and then come back in to that slot. Once you have it in the slot and you've centered it, you're going to take this little lever here and put it over so it holds in place, and then tighten down on the screw. That's important because you do not want this to come loose during the operation. Just hand tight, nothing too crazy. And you're going to repeat this process with the second crossbow. Finished product's going to look exactly like that. Okay, now we're going to assemble the frame. When we're all done, the frame's going to actually make 7 foot by a 7 foot backdrop. We're going to start by putting the legs together. So we're going to spread out these 2 pieces here, and we're going to attach the leg. Now each piece that you put in, you want to tighten these little bolts. Just hand tight, you don't need any tools or anything like that. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Once I have those attached, I'm going to assemble 1 swedged pipe and 1 regular pipe, which together is going to make a 7 foot bar. That gets inserted into the remaining piece, and once together, again, just tighten down on both of the bolts. Now we're going to do our uprights. Exact same thing. We're going to take a swedged pipe and a regular pipe, put it together, and insert it into the upright, and we're going to repeat the process on the other side. Again, once in, you would tighten those bolts. The last step is to put these L brackets on the top. So we're going to go ahead and insert one there, and insert another one there. So we're now left with 2 pipes, 1 swedged, 1 regular. These pipes will go together, and they're going to insert across the top. Okay, the last part is to actually put the backdrop onto the frame. You're going to notice that there's Velcro all the way around. So usually what I do is start by hanging the top part of it. What we're going to do here is this part's going to go over the pipe, and then it's going to Velcro in place around the pipe. Once you do that, you're just going to keep following in the same direction, attaching the Velcro all the way around. So you're going to continue putting the Velcro around the pipe by just wrapping around the pipe and pushing down on the Velcro. It's the same thing all the way around. When you get to the end, you might find that you need to adjust this so that the backdrop is taut. Now that your game's assembled, it's a good practice to store the case and any spare components right behind the backdrop. I want to talk to you briefly about crossbow safety. It's very important that you do not have the kids point these guns at anybody except for at the backdrop. They should be supervised at all times, and if they have any questions, there should be an adult that did watch this video and understands the safe use of the crossbows. Let's discuss how to properly use the crossbow. Okay, before you operate your crossbow, I just want to remind you that there was that screw at the bottom. Make sure that that's tightened so that this bracket is holding this metal part in place. To load the crossbow, you're going to take this back and put it over so that it's in there. Again, make sure that this is always pointed downrange at that backdrop and that the kids aren't pivoting it or pointing it at anybody. Once you've done that, the dart is going to slide there. Now notice there that it's stopped. Like that. You don't want it like that. You want to make sure that it is pivoted so that the dart actually falls smoothly all the way back to where that rope is. In and out very smoothly. Once you have that set, you're going to make sure that you point it, again, downrange at the targets, and then squeeze the trigger. And that's how you play the game. To disassemble the game, you're just going to repeat these steps in the reversed order. I want to thank you for watching today. Remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and post any comments or suggestions that you may have. Thanks for watching, and be safe.